Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today, I'll be doing another double reaction to Buck 65 and the Symphony Nova Scotia. We're going to be checking out the songs Roses and Bluejays and next Cries, a Girl. As always, it is super fun to listen to Buck 65 and the Symphony Nova Scotia because, who doesn't love symphonic hip-hop? Maybe the first question to ask is who all has really heard of symphonic hip-hop before? I don't think it's that many people. And then the second question then would be who doesn't love these two? I think they definitely help define this genre, and I can only hope that over time as more people discover Buck 65, his work as well as just the works with different symphonies, this genre can get more love, and I'm here to do my part. Graham the Funky is doing his part, so thank you very much, Graham, for the request today, and your generous support as always means the world to me. But now, let's just jump in.
This next song is about my dad.
Already fit for a movie. Makes me think of a Bambi. What instrument is this right here? It sounds very much like something I should know, but I'm having trouble picking it out.
I'm a lot like my dad, who would have to say he's been wearing
sucks.
a beard ever since Mom passed away. She would have hated it.
Oh no.
Inspiring, he likes to go to church to hear the choir sing Roses and Bluejays. Winter comes, game over, he's in the driveway removing snow with a flamethrower. Drives a hard bargain, knows how to get the deals. Spring fever hits, he needs a new set of wheels. Every year it never fails. Roaming around in his hometown, beachcombing roses and Bluejays. I'm a lot like my father. He knows he should go to work, but sometimes he doesn't bother. Reads books of every sort and gets all the news he needs from the weather report. The door stays.
The vocal delivery, dun 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 dun, just like a rapid fire. There's so many lyrics here, and juxtaposed with the strings, with the butterfly-esque melody. It feels like it doesn't work, but it does so entirely.
Reads books of every sort and gets all the news he needs from the weather report. The door stays open a few days and closes. What's more important than Bluejays and roses? Son of a gun, the old man is something else. In addition to being a bullfighter and magician, he's a lazy river, a slow-moving train. Future Hall of Famer, playing through the pain, he's a grizzly bear. And do you know, one time even saw a UFO. My dad's favorite things are roses and Bluejays, I would say were the same, in more than a few ways. Full of beans and big ideas, cause I can't sleep, I'm not sure why he is. Wide awake and off to the races, out of gas and lost in space. So full of beans and big ideas, cause I can't sleep, I'm not sure why he is.
It's like recounting the history of the dad, his likes, his dislikes, the things that make him tick or not, but also seeing those things in the self and comparing the father to the son. And, it just happens in life generationally. You think you're so different from the person who preceded you, but in reality, you're more similar than you realized. Not that people are going to be carbon copies of those that came before, but there's always more that we have in common than we don't. You see my point?
Wide awake and off to the races, out of gas and lost in space.
It's also very dreamlike. Aspirational even. Okay, now I believe Buck is doing stuff. That's how I'll describe that. Doing the record scratches to the beat, which doesn't even feel possible with Symphony. It's like the air being whipped back and forth, but it's horizontal.
Won't you come on home? Johnny, we worry.
This feels like it's from the perspective of the father. Oh.
What is wrong in my life? I must get drunk every night, Johnny. Won't you come on home?
Wow. Because the entire time it's the description of the dad, but we never take his perspective for real. But then flipping the script, hearing the dad's will, what he wants, so he just wants connection with the son. Roses and Bluejays, right? Red and blue. I was trying to think if there's any meaning in Roses and Bluejays past just the color difference, red, blue. Nothing at least that comes to my mind as a idiom or symbol that I'm well aware of. I'm not sure. But I love the whole description of the dad through all of those. I don't know if allegory is the right word, but just descriptions of his life, of the things he likes, dislikes, the things that he's done, the energy that he has or doesn't have, the dreams. Man, good song. Let's jump into the next one. Cries a Girl. Oh. It's like an R&B drum beat into something very different. Yeah, combine it.
Road, ghost town, stray dogs, whole line, the gold mine closed down. I knew the woods like the back of my hand, and I would shoot the breeze with the roots of trees, or go down by the river, watch the way the devil dances, but never took his hand, even though I did have several chances. Everybody slept when the morning dew turned to frost. Darkness moved in and somebody burned a cross. A girl named Stella Kuhn was prettier than you'd imagine. The town...
Hold on. The melody here, a little bit darker shade, darker, it works so well for me.
Then I would shoot the breeze with the roots of trees, or go down by the river, watch the way the devil dances, but never took his hand, even though I did have several chances.
Wow.
Everybody slept when the morning dew turned to frost. Darkness moved in and somebody burned a cross. A girl named Stella Kuhn was prettier than you'd imagine. The The town should have given her the crown for the beauty pageant. But instead, some local pinhead started spreading rumors about the Kewans being inbreds. And what's worse, people believed it, because the family was dirt poor, down on their luck. So that made it hurt more.
Wow.
Picking up garbage and mowing the grass. At this point, Stella stopped going to class.
Dude, I love these stories, but it's so sad now because he's describing her and her family getting bullied, being called inbred.
Mowing the grass. At
People
this
can be so
point,
cruel.
Stella stopped going to class. You know how they ridicule a kid in school, and this shit's enough to make anybody feel like a misfit. She made herself invisible and hid inside a house of mirrors. Whenever the fear stops, so do the teardrops. But fear is forever, and lies become legend. Growing, eventually, slowly, exponentially. She should have been a cover girl, treated like a princess. But she's an enigma, haunted by the stigma of incest.
Wow.
She tried to hide the scars. Her name reminds me of the stars I saw. Diamonds divide corners of her eyes. She tried to hide the scars. Her name reminds me of the stars I saw. Diamonds dividing in the corners of her eyes.
So is she actually a product of incest then? Not that it would be okay to bully her, but I'm just genuinely curious about the fact of the matter here.
In the corners of her eyes. One horse town, known for the most softness. Little old schoolhouse, burned down post office. Blueberries and bulrushes, a tree with a tire swing. Volunteer fireman's fair, the whole entire thing. Stella was heartbroken, decided to start smoking. Bad taste in her mouth, she grew into a sad face. Her few friends were worried, her parents were always proud of her. But she never escaped from under the cloud cover. A woman reduced, she was eaten by a monster. And after all these years have passed, it still haunts her. It whispers her name when she's trying instead to just listen to music while she's lying in bed. Now the story of Stella is one that every child knows, but the witch in the woods is more like a wild rose. Stella. Stella. She tried to hide the scars. Her name reminds me of the stars I saw. Diamonds dividing in the corners of her eyes. She tried to hide the scars. Her name reminds me of the stars I saw. Diamonds dividing in the corners of her eyes.
You get the swarm of plucked violin. The glockenspiel in the back. Or xylophone, one of the two. Oh, dude, the way the symphony fully comes in, so full of emotion. It's very cinematic. Oh my god, and the scratching just that extra level. I need to look up the meaning of this one. Wow, dude. Oh. Chills. Like, chills up my body. Oh my gosh. Let's give it a pause there. I have it pulled up on the side here. So I typed in on Google, Cries a girl, $1.65 meaning. AI overview says, Cries a Girl by Buck 65 is a song that explores the tragic story of a young woman whose life is deeply affected by rumors of incest and subsequent ostracization within her small community. The song uses a blend of minimalist beats and tender storytelling to portray the girl's emotional turmoil and the harsh realities of her situation. And even like, I guess hearing just that brief synopsis, I can hear in the music the way that her emotional turmoil is captivated in the musical playing, especially in the turntables. I think that is by far one of the coolest elements and one of the most uniquely positioning elements of Buck 65. I think it always deserves to be spoken about. And I've never encountered a situation similar to this, at least not to do with incest. I've heard about people getting bullied in small towns all the time, and once rumors are spread, they fly, and if you're unable to defend yourself, or even if you do, people are going to believe what they want to, and then your life becomes staving off the stigma of you, when really there's nothing wrong with you at all. It was a rumor that spread, and now you're just being pointed out as the black sheep of the town. You can never integrate oneself in a town like that. And it was a few weeks back that I'd watched, after a long while, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And in that movie, there's a lot, that can be spoken about, but that's a key example of somebody who lives in the town, is a well-intentioned, good person, but is being ostracized by everyone around them, and sometimes at the behest of those who literally are there to support you, your family. I can't imagine what it would feel like to be in that small of a town, being the laughingstock, being the butt of everybody's joke. In bigger schools and bigger towns, you can sort of get away from some of that, like, bullying and mistreatment, because there's plenty of things going on and you may not be everybody's sole focus. But in the small town, I hear this story get repeated a lot. Again, not to do with incest per se, but once you've become everybody's, like, item of objectification, or the talk of the town, that's like the expression, there's no telling how one can even repair that. Oftentimes the story afterwards goes, people thought of me this way for all of my youth. They thought of me like this, and the only way I could deal with it was just to up and leave and make a life for myself. And it's so tragic, isn't it? I don't know. I'm curious to hear your perspectives on these tracks today. I think I had more of an idea about Cries a Girl than I did with the Roses and Bluejays song. But still so enjoyable just from a musical perspective. It's one of the reasons why I love doing reactions just in general, because I get exposed to so much of the things that are out there that I've never experienced. Helps over time refine my mind into something capable of more. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did and would like to make a reaction request yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.